From the capital city of Columbia, South Carolina, on the east coast of these United States, the truth is back on the airwaves. You asked for it, you missed it, and now it returns. Broadcasting to the awakened, the curious, the seekers of truth. This is not your average radio show. This is where the mainstream ends and the unexplained begins.
Good morning, depending on where in the world you're listening, broadcasting live from the capital city, Columbia, South Carolina, on the east coast of these United States. This is Late Night in the Midlands with your host, that is me, Mike Vara, and tonight we take you beyond the headlines, beyond the official story, into the mysteries that mainstream science doesn't seem to want to touch, at least not like my guest is tonight. Our guest is George Haas, and he'll guide us into the secrets of the red planet and what he calls the square structure on Mars, a formation that just might change everything we think we know about life beyond Earth. So settle in, because the truth is often stranger and far more fascinating than fiction. Let's get this thing started. By the way, also we'll talk to him about this coral reef that they're finding on Mars as well. That's pretty amazing as well. So we'll get into all that with George in just a little bit. I'll even tell you more about him. First, I've got some news and some discovery to get into. And following that, we'll get our guest on with us shortly after the break. I'm trying to get, things seem to be off a little here. I don't know what it is. I think that is, no, that's good right there, I guess. So, Harvard scientist warns world leaders to prepare for possible alien contact. Let's see, is that just a little off? So, it is August. In a stunning development that has sparked global headlines, a prominent Harvard astrophysicist has urged world leaders to begin formal preparations for potential contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Dr. Mike Vara, director of the Harvard Exoplanetary Research Institute, made the statement during a United Nations scientific summit in Geneva on Monday. His warning follows a series of unexplained deep space signals and unidentified aerial phenomena recorded over the past 18 months. Based on mounting data, it is no longer speculative to consider that we may be nearing a threshold moment, the good doctor said. He said we must begin coordinated, transparent protocols in case direct communication or even visitation occurs. Boy, he's serious about it, isn't he? Vargo cited irregular radio bursts originating from Proxima Centauri, Unusual gravitational lensing in distant star systems and classified international report on recent UAP encounters as evidence that something significant is unfolding. And his coffee is really good, I should tell you. Now, while some scientists remain skeptical, others in the field echoed the good doctor's call for preparedness. What do you think? You think the extraterrestrials are on their way to tell us something, maybe? I don't know. Public relations has been mixed on this, with some calling for calm and others demanding full disclosure of government-held data on UFOs and extraterrestrial research. And I, for one, would love to see, the truth come out about all this, but I won't hold my breath. As the debate intensifies, one thing is clear: the world may be closer than ever to answering the age-old question. That is, are we alone? I don't know. And that question, I feel like, has been answered, but maybe I'm jumping the gun. I don't know. Tropical storm Erin, is that it? Aaron, maybe, has has formed in the eastern Atlantic Ocean and is on track to become the first hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic season. So the National Hurricane Center in Miami announced on Monday, that is today, that this hurricane or this storm had developed from a tropical wave as it churned west of the Cabo Verde Islands, and they say now it's come off the western coast of Africa, and it's expected to continue strengthening and becoming hurricane strength. So we'll see where it ends up going. Anywhere, maybe Florida, maybe Mexico, maybe the Carolinas. Trump to seize control of D.C. police, activate the National Guard, and the Democrats are going crazy against this move. President Trump announced on Monday that he will invoke a takeover of the Washington, D.C. Police Department and activate the National Guard in the nation's capital as the District of Columbia's crime and appearance has become one of his targets. He says our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs, and homeless people, and we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it, Trump said at a wide-ranging morning press conference. I'm telling you, he's you want to talk about cleaning the swamp, that's the heart of it right there, D.C., and he's on it. He is on it like a dart in the bullseye. As the solar system drifts through the Milky Way, it occasionally encounters regions of space capable of reshaping Earth's environment. Millions of years ago, one such passage may have dramatically compressed the heliosphere, allowing particles from deep space to reach our planet's atmosphere. Now, according to a 2024 study in Nature Astronomy, this event occurred when the sun and planets entered a cold, dense interstellar cloud, part of the local ribbon of cold clouds, an encounter supported by the geological traces of iron-60 and plutonium-244 in Earth's crust and on the moon. This is what I've said. You talk about global warming. And, Earth is, flying through space, right? So, different parts of space maybe has different effects on the planet. The planet's froze before. It's been really hot before. It's done all kinds of things before. And it'll do all kinds of things in the future. It's not going to stop just because we're here. Anyways, they had found evidence that the sun likely traveled through denser space in the last few million years, and the team examined a scenario where the solar system crossed a cold gas cloud with densities exceeding 1,000 particles per cubic centimeter, and that such a passage could have drastically compressed the heliosphere, leaving Earth more directly exposed to ISM, and so drastically changing the temperatures on the planet. So, maybe we're going to see that again sometime. I'm sure we will. Someone will. Maybe not me. Maybe not you. Someone's gonna. Scientists have discovered a massive ancient landscape buried beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, believed to be around 34 million years old. The hidden terrain includes valleys, mountains, and river systems, suggesting it was once a vibrant environment before, of course, being covered by ice. The discovery was made using satellite data and ice-penetrating radar, giving new insights into Earth's climate history and how Antarctica evolved over millions of years. And so, a lot going on there. Yeehaw. Well, anyways, coming up next, I'm going to have George Haas, but before we do that, I've got to take a break. You are listening and watching. You're tuned in to Late Night in the Midlands, and we are coming at you live from the VARA Radio Network. So, folks, stay tuned because we've just begun here on this Monday night. We'll be right back.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Here at Late Night in the Midlands, we believe in truth, awareness, and taking care of our minds and bodies. That's why I'm proud to share Mike Vara's long-standing friendship and partnership with Dr. Leonard Horowitz and his Healthy World store. Dr. Horowitz and Mike go way back. They've supported each other through the years because they share the same mission, bringing people the truth and helping them live healthier, stronger lives. His products are crafted with your health in mind, using the highest quality natural ingredients that you can feel good about putting into your body. When you shop at the Healthy World store, you're not just making a choice for your health, you're also supporting Late Night in the Midlands and the VAR network. Every purchase helps us keep the truth on the air and the conversation alive. So do something good for yourself and for independent media. Visit the Healthy World store today, and let's keep both your body and the truth strong. HealthyWorldStore.com, health for you, support for us. Just click on the Healthy World store banner on the homepage of our website, MikeVara.com.
Start your day with Late Night in the Midlands coffee. Small batch roasted in the USA for bold, fresh flavor. Choose from smooth decaf, rich radio blend with notes of dark chocolate and caramel, or bright Columbia single origin with citrus and melon tones. Available whole bean or ground in 12-ounce bags. Order now at MikeVara.com. Late Night in the Midlands coffee. Every sip has a story.
I'm Art Bell, and you're listening to Late Night in the Midlands with Mike Vara.
Looking to show your love for late night in the Midlands in style? Check out our vibrant, durable vinyl stickers. Perfect for sticking the truth where everyone can see it. Our stickers feature eye-popping colors with eco-solvent ink, a smooth matte finish, and a UV protective laminate for long-lasting durability. Waterproof and weatherproof, these stickers are made with eco-friendly materials so you can stick them anywhere, rain or shine. Need a perfect gift or the ultimate companion for your favorite brew? Grab our glossy Late Night in the Midlands mugs, available in 11 and 15 ounces with bright, crisp colors that pop. Microwave and dishwasher safe, lead and BPA free, perfect for your home office or podcast binge sessions. Get your stickers and mugs now at MikeVara.com. The perfect way to show your fandom with flair. Late Night in the Midlands, stick it, sip it, love it.
God, I love the station.
Carolina Radio, Columbia. Excellent.
Number one means you're always on top. Your number one radio.
You're listening to the VARA Network.
You're listening to the VARA Network.
And the website first is MikeVara.com. Go on over, become a late nighter, be informed, and by all means inform others. Oh, just inform them, tell them all about us, and get them over to have a listen. That helps as well. And if you like what you're getting here, a donation or a subscription, all of that helps us continue to do what we do. And so does buying from our store, getting products from the store. That helps. Everything you can do that helps you also helps us. So, if you have it within your means, go ahead and get yourself a shirt, coffee cup, some coffee. It's all there in the store for you. You go on the home page, you'll see the banner there. It says L&M merch. And above that is Healthy World Store. You want to get healthy and get products that you can trust. There you go, right there. Dr. Horowitz. And okay, so I should probably tell you a little bit about George here briefly and then get him on with us. George Haas is the founder and premier investigator of the Mars Research Group, known as the Cydonia Institute, and is a member of the Society for Planetary SETI Research. Over the past 30 years, he has co-authored 2 books, the Cydonia Codex, 2005, and the Martian Codex, 2009, with geomorphologist William R. Saunders, and 7 science papers published in various peer-reviewed science journals. He has also authored a new book with Bear & Company that was released in January, The Great Architects of Mars, Evidence for the Lost Civilizations on the Red Planet. He has appeared on the History Channel's Ancient Aliens, The Proof is Out There, and The Unexplained with William Shatner. He has a new science paper published in the current issue of the Journal of Astrobiology titled Mars, Geological Formation or Archaeology, Square-Shaped Structure Within an Arabia Terra Crater. And the authors, they include George Haas and William R. Saunders and geologist Robert M. Schausch. So with that, let's see if we can get him on. I gotta do this whole invite thing again here, and so until I get used to it, it's gonna take me a minute. Excuse me. Yeah, let's do that. Bear with me, and folks, if you're listening, you can come over and watch. If you're watching and you don't want to listen, or if you don't want to watch, you want to just listen, well, you can go do that. You got options. Yeah, let's add another. Right there. Let's see if that works. All right, I've sent the invite, so we'll see what happens here. I think, I don't know if I'm looking at these buttons here to see if I have to send it again, how I do it. I think it's right there. Oh, darn, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Is that it? Ah, that is it. Add people. Right there. Okay. I always have to do this twice. I don't know why. But let's do it again. All right. So it is sent, and he should be joining me here any moment now. And if not, then I'll have to call him. Well, my throat has been dry tonight. I've had fans on me. Well, I don't have any emails, so let's see. Tom, I sent it. Which one is that? This one. Oh, God. I wish I could get this all set up ahead of time, but it don't work that way. All right, so we're just waiting on George here. He should be coming along. We spoke. Oh, there he is. All right. Hey, good evening, George. How you doing?
Good evening, Mike.
All right, I can hear you. I can see you.
No, I don't see you though.
You're not gonna see me but everyone else could see both of us.
Thank God I don't have to look at you.
Yeah, I got another program using my camera, so and I have to do that. So let's see. Let me get you on screen now. Right there.
Are we gonna be able to do share screen with a PowerPoint?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Absolutely. Let me see here. I'm trying to get rid of this sidebar. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all you got to do at the bottom there's a spot that says share screens.
All right.
Yeah, it's right next to the camera. Share screen.
All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
Down at the bottom of your screen, you should see.
I'm trying to get back with you. Okay, here we are.
Yep, it's right next to the. You'll have your microphone, then there's the camera, and then there's share screen.
Right.
So when you're ready, you
right.
just click that. And let me know, and I'll blow you up on my screen.
I'm trying to get it to work, but
it's not doing it? Oh, there it is.
something's going on.
Yeah, I see it. I think it's asking me to if I want to. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool.
Oh, you saw the PowerPoint?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Now I'm going to make this so I could blow you up here. All right. There.
How's that?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect. And
Is that working for you?
Oh, yeah, it sure is. I just made you bigger on my screen so everybody could see everything good. All right. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we're live, and we could get started. I guess a good place to start is, where is a good place to start? There's been a lot of new discoveries with Mars lately. Maybe before we even get into this, what's this coral they're finding?
Say that again?
Coral? They found coral on Mars?
Yeah. There's been a lot of reports of all types of coral type formations on planet Mars over the years, and the media and the NASA, they're kind of unpredictable. You never know when they're going to bring up topics like that to the media, and if the media picks up on it, they're constantly always finding evidence of past water on Mars. They're always finding evidence of past sea-like formations on Mars. So it's hard to keep up with it. It doesn't normally go very far in the media, because of all of the other competition with stuff going on in the world. But it's like this square formation that we're going to be talking about. This was all the way back in 2001, and just because somebody like Joe Rogan, who people listen to, pay attention to, mention it, that it gets a lot of media attention. So it's really hard to follow how these things get media attention in the mainstream media.
Yeah, absolutely. And and this is important stuff. I personally think that we have some heritage with that Mars. I think that's where it started, maybe, and we screwed it up.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that a little later.
All right.
But if your audience out there, they might need to know that I've been on your program for over 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I go way back. I remember your late night in the Midlands. That's when I first was on your show back in 2013.
Yeah,
Mike.
and that's what we're on tonight. That's the show we're on tonight still. Late night in the Midlands.
Yeah, and we go way back. So we've got a rapport and a relationship. You were one of the first guys to, take a look at what I was doing. So I really appreciate that. That's why I was really happy to come on here and talk about some of the new stuff on Mars.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it too. It's you're one of
even though this is an older image than when I was on your show.
But nevertheless, right? Yeah, it's very relevant. Is it not?
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got the stupid thing. I don't know what that is on my screen. Anyways, tell us a little bit about this square structure on Mars and what it means.
Yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of your listeners are a little familiar with this. This is an old Mars Global Surveyor image that was taken back in 2001. So this is not a new image. It's kind of perplexing to me and my fellow researchers why this, became such a viral media attention that it got beginning of the year. I found out about this. I used to be on the Richard Hoagland Enterprise mission. His website had like a discussion board back in the late 1990s. And when this image came out, we talked about it. We thought it was interesting. It's, there's a lot of sand and stuff covering a lot of the sides of this square-shaped formation. And it's located in Arabia Terra on Mars. And it's just a weird formation. It's got like linear walls. Some of them are like they're 90-degree angles there at the top and the bottom, which is you don't find that in nature. So this really got our attention, and you can see the northern corner has like an L-shaped wall structure. If they're able to see this image here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So then the southern corner, it sits on a cliff. That white area in a larger image that we'll see a little later. The whole structure sits on the corner of a ridge line, very defensive, like you would do if you were building a military defensive structure. You put that like right on the corner of a ridge going down, and possibly there was a waterway there at one time. And it's just very interesting. This whole structure, Mike, is each of the sides are about a mile long. This is a very big structure.
Wow, that is big. Mile long.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And this came to everybody's attention because of Joe Rogan. He's like the #1 podcaster.
Yeah.
And he had this on his program. He was talking about it. He was showing a bunch of pictures of it. And he said this was effing wild.
And it really is.
He thought this was, real evidence that there were structures on Mars. And, he's good friends with Elon Musk. Musk and Trump now are kind of like on the outs, but he's still good friends with Joe Rogan. And he had Elon Musk on. And Elon said that, we need to send astronauts there and take a look at this and see what it is. We need to investigate this. So, that he's got a lot of pull behind his name, Elon Musk. When he says we need to go look at this, people take attention. So this was in a lot of online news reports. Even the independent scientist there, what's his name, Neil Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually came out and said that he thought this thing was interesting and that, we need to go look at it. So there's, two basic scientists saying that, we need to go look at this. So it got a lot of attention. And this whole idea that this is a very geometric, symmetrical structure, Carl Sagan, back in the day, he said when he was talking about, what we need to look for when we're looking at possible structures on another planet like Mars or somewhere else in the solar system, that intelligent life on Earth reveals itself through geometry and the regularity of its construction. So we got to look for geometry, and this has got geometry all over it. So according to Carl Sagan, this would be something that like Elon said, we need to go look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And not only this, there's so many other things that are going on up there that we, or at least were going on up there, that we need to look at. Wow. So to what degree, I mean, so exactly what would you say we're looking at? Is this an actual structure that's buried, or is this like the foundation of a structure?
Well, these are the foundational walls. They're obviously in ruin, and you have like silt and sand covering some of the corners. But the interesting thing is, it is in a north to south orientation. It's almost like a diamond shape.
Yeah.
NASA tried to belittle the whole idea of it being a right angle. You know, these 90-degree angles that it has, and they put up this image of this these two fault lines coming together here from one of the images they found on NASA, trying to explain that, oh, this is all that you're seeing here in the Arabia Terra section is this, you know, and this is really no comparison, but that's, you know, what they've done is they try to belittle all of these discoveries.
But
they don't want to talk about it.
It's a complete square, isn't it? I mean, so how could that be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't even a corner. This is really a T shape that they've focused in on. So it's not a fault line, and we talk about that in the paper. Interesting thing about the paper, Mike, is that I'm the founding member of the Sidoni Institute. We've been around since 1991.
Yeah.
And one of our original members was Michael Dale. He was a geologist. And we've done with Michael, we did about 6 science papers that we had written with him and my other co-author, William Saunders. And he had passed away a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, it was a shock. We didn't even know that he was ill or anything. It was a very strange situation. Yeah. But we were without another geologist. Now, writing these science papers, like we did with this square formation, when you're submitting a paper, you have to have a couple scientists on the paper at least. And we had 2 geologists, William Saunders, who's a geomorphologist, and Michael Dale, who's a geologist. And so are you aware of Cliff Dunning? He's the podcaster. He does Earth Ancients.
No, I don't think I am.
Well, you should be. He's like one of the #1 ancient alien type of podcasts going on. And I've been on his show a few times, and we've been friends over the years. So, and I know that Cliff has had a lot of people on his show, geologists and things that talk about, anomalies on Earth and some of the things that are found on Mars. So I sent Cliff an email. I said, hey, Cliff, we'd like to work on a paper with this square formation on Mars because it's getting a lot of attention, and there's been no real scientific analysis of this. And I said, do you know any geologists that might be interested in working on a paper with us? So within a day, he sent me back, he gave me the email address for Robert Schoch.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to him.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And we all know who Robert Schoch is. You know, he well known for his analysis of the Sphinx, showing that there was, water erosion around the perimeter there. So that was, shocked the world when he came out with that. And that was actually featured in a documentary with, I think it was put out by National Geographic. So, he goes way back. So anyway, so we were like, okay, I'll send Robert. I call him Robert now. We're like buddies. So I sent Robert an email telling him what we were doing and if he'd be interested in working on the paper. So he said, sure, send me the paper. And I sent him a copy of the paper that William Saunders and I were working on with this square structure. And a couple days go by and he sends it back to me. And he actually added his analysis of the geography and all of the formations that he was seeing in this structure. And I was like, and he added his name to the paper. So it's like, my God, Robert Schoch has joined our paper. It all happened so quick. And Mike, it was like, it was a window of opportunity because Robert, he had plans to go to Peru. He was going to do some research. So he had like a window of like a week to do this. And he put it all together, sent it back to us. He actually gave us the suggestion that we should submit this to the Journal of Astrobiology. And so on his, cue, we sent it to the journal. And, within a week or two, we were accepted. So it just all fell together. It was just amazing. Fabulous. And Bill and I, we were like walking on air. My God, we're writing a paper with Robert Schoch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I kind of know the feeling. That's how I felt when Art Bell contacted me about putting my show over there. Called me himself, and I was like, wow. Um, those were the days. So Cliff, what's Cliff's last name again? I want
It's Cliff Dunning, Dunning,
to Dunning.
and he runs the Earth Ancients podcast.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, check him. He's award winning.
I might know him. Maybe I just don't know the name. I'm really bad with names. So.
Oh, you might know the Earth Ancients podcast, but you just don't know it's Cliff Dunning. But yeah, so he got us in contact with Robert Schock, and it all just fell together. And like I said, Robert had a week to look at this, and he jumped on it, and he added his geological analysis of the formation. And Bill, of course, he's a geomorphologist, and we put it together, and we got the paper published. It was just all happened so quickly.
And so, what do you guys suspect we're going to find when we do really explore Mars? How civilized was it?
Well, Mars is an interesting place, and I have a theory about Mars that Mars was probably a guardian outpost, or which housed like gatekeepers. So the scenario, and this is all, Mike, this is all based on information that I've received from archaeologists pertaining to the Maya Star Wars, which talks about, this is what archaeologists have deciphered through looking at Maya hieroglyphics that are written specifically in a small area known as Naranjo in Mexico. It's an ancient settlement. Not many people know about it, but Naranjo talks about what the archaeologists call a Maya Star War. And it sounds like the Star Wars with Darth Vader and all that stuff. But this is what the archaeologists, I'm not talking here, this is not me. It's called the Maya Star War. And looking at this stuff, they had their patron god was the Zip monster, or the Mars beast, and he was the symbol of Mars. And they had this conflict between Naranjo, Tikal, Cozumel, and this place called Sixth Earth Place, which was located on Mars. Now, the scenario is that Earth and Mars had this conflict, this war, this Maya Star War, about 1 million years ago, Mike.
Yeah.
This is all written in hieroglyphics that my archaeologists have deciphered. Now, the scenario that I think that some extraterrestrial civilization came into our solar system way back over 1 million years ago. And when they came here, I guess they were, I call them a runaway civilization. They entered our solar system sometime in the distant past, and they found this beautiful paradise Earth, and they set up base here. And as a precaution, they set up shields to keep their whereabouts secret. So they set up bases on the moon, which Zechariah Sitchin talks about with the Anunnaki having bases on the moon. And they set up these guardian outposts on Mars. Now, all of these structures, like this square formation that we're finding on Mars, are probably remnants of those outposts that were built on Mars to protect this Earth colony that was setting up base on Earth. And as time passed, this culture, they took advantage of the available man that they found here, like with the Cro-Magnon or the Neanderthals. And like we hear with Zechariah Sitchin in the Sumerian scenario, they through genetic engineering, they produced us, 3 different races to work for them. You got the Caucasians, the Negroid, and the Asians, the different cultures that are on Earth, and they used them to work for them. So we were slaves to this, ancient civilization that was here setting up camp on Earth. So they had bases on the moon and Mars. And as time passed, whatever civilization I think they were hiding from found them. So they had wars on Mars. They attacked Mars. They came and they attacked Earth. and they also probably demolished everything that was on the moon. So this culture that was here, they were found out. So they eventually left Earth and they moved to a galaxy far, far away. So here we are left. We're the humanoids. We're the humans now that were they genetically engineered from the available man that they found here, like the Cro-Magnon or Neanderthals.
Yeah.
So we eventually, went through technology, and we returned probably to Moon and Mars, and we set up our own civilizations. Like Elon Musk wants to go to Mars and set up colonies.
Yeah.
So I think we also did this sometime in the past. Now, the reason I talk about these two events is because the Maya talk about the first Star War that happened with Mars was about 1 million years ago. Now, Dr. Brandenburg, I'm not sure if you know about Dr. Brandenburg, who talks about the Xenon 129 that NASA had detected on Mars.
Yeah, and I've had him on the show many times. I've been trying to get back a hold of him. I've lost his contact. I haven't been able to.
Well, I know Dr. John Brandenburg pretty well, so I can put a word in that you're looking for him, and hopefully he'll get on.
All right.
But yeah, he's written many science papers on this. He had a book about this, and he used NASA's own data to find all this information out. That NASA had detected Xenon 129 back on the Viking. They detected it with the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, all these other space programs that went up, because they also had these atmospheric snifters and things to take readings. So they found that NASA had an overwhelming amount of Xenon 129. And just so the listener, I mean, I'm not a scientist, I'm an artist. So I'm just quoting other scientists' research that Xenon 129 is a signature of atomic explosions. We scientists basically became aware of this when we started doing the atomic testing in the 40s, and so Xenon 29 means one thing: somebody blew a bomb up. Right. And Dr. Brandenburg, through NASA's their research and their documents, he determined that they probably had two explosions on Mars, one in Cydonia, which if the audience is seeing this Arabia Terra image, Cydonia is like right over here, and the Utopia area is over here, and that's where these two explosions happened. And they were probably above ground explosions, kind of like Hiroshima. Yeah. So that's what destroyed these cultures. So we had two conflicts, according to the Maya. One was about 1 million years ago. That was the first Star Wars. The second battle was 22,000, very recently, 22,000 years ago. Now, I'm thinking that 22,000 years ago incident was when we were, as humans, occupying Mars, and we had another conflict, probably with ourselves. I'm thinking that after we realized that we went to the moon, this is in the past, and back to Mars, and set up colonies on Mars. Now, we're finding structures on Mars which seem to be from two different time periods, Mike. Mm-hmm. Some of them are very old. They seem to be very damaged. And then we're finding structures that are almost pristine, as if they were, something that was built maybe 20,000 years ago. So there seems to be a lot of structures in these areas that are consistent with these time periods. We're finding these little cities, these settlements, and they fall into these two time periods. And it's 1 million years ago and about 22,000, which is documented with the Maya, with this research. So that second event was probably kind of like, when we left England, we came to America and we set up our own colonies over here. And eventually we said, we don't want England telling us what to do. And we had the Revolutionary War. So we probably had a similar scenario going on Mars after we occupied Mars in the moon, and possibly the culture or the Earth people that were on Mars said, you're not going to tell us what to do. We got a lot of minerals here, and we have a lot of stuff here that, you're going to have to start paying us for this. And you know how these conflicts start. Yeah. And there was another war, and that was the last war. And after that one, we probably lost all consciousness of this history. And now we're venturing out into space again as history repeats itself. And we're finding, structures on the moon. That's why we don't go to the moon anymore, because there's too much stuff up there. Yeah. And we're now finding all this stuff on Mars. And for some reason, this square formation got a lot of attention beginning of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the squares, the pyramids, the maybe faces, I don't know. Just so much up there, and I guarantee we get digging around, we're gonna find fossils and probably all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and I often, I wonder. Some speculate about the asteroid belt being a planet and getting destroyed, and Venus once being livable and being destroyed somehow. Was there some kind of war out there? I mean, like, I don't know. We had World War. Maybe there was a galaxy war or solar system war or something.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's actually, I left that part out, but that's part of the scenario with what happened with Mars. That this goes back to about like 65 million years ago when the dinosaurs died. Mainstream scientists want us to believe that a meteor hit the Yucatan, and that's what killed the dinosaurs. Well, if your audience is familiar with Dr. Tom Van Franlin, he had a theory that the asteroid belt was one of the main reasons for this catastrophe. That we actually had a planet that existed between Mars and Jupiter, and Mars may have been. He contends that Mars may have been a moon of this planet. That something happened to this planet. We'll just call it Planet X.
Okay.
That either there was a extraterrestrial war, kind of like Star Wars with Darth Vader, blowing up planets.
Yeah.
Either that happened, or there was some problem with the core of the planet, that something overheated, it blew up. Now, we really don't want people thinking that a planet can blow up, so I think a lot of mainstream scientists don't even want to talk about that, because that would just scare people. You don't want people thinking that a planet can blow up. It's more acceptable to believe that Darth Vader blew it up.
Well, that would be a waste of their money for all those underground bunkers they bought.
Right. Yeah, those would not work well. But something happened and this planet blew up, and that's what caused the asteroid belt. Now, as we all know, they talk about the Big Bang Theory, and the reason our solar system was created was all these particles were bouncing together and they created these perfectly nice round planets. Well, that's kind of like a crazy story, but that's what they tell us. Yeah. Now, their explanation for the asteroid belt is that these are just remnants from that time period, that they just didn't coagulate and make a planet. But I think Tom Van Franlin makes more sense, that these were things that blew up. Something blew up and caused all these remnants. Now, when this Planet X blew up, Mike, it pushed all of the planets closer to the sun. So at the time that this Planet X blew up, we had dinosaurs living on Earth. They're gigantic, they're huge, and it all has to do with gravity. If you were to do Jurassic Park type experiments today and try to build a dinosaur, they couldn't stand up. There's way too much gravity. Some of these brontosauruses, they're so big, they're like 2 football fields long. They couldn't stand up today. There's just way too much gravity. So when this planet blew up, caused the asteroid belt, pushed all the planets closer to the sun, whatever culture was on Mercury burned up, Venus burned up, the Earth got closer to the sun, and we had more gravity. That's what killed all the dinosaurs. So this event happened. We got the asteroid belt, and we have this catastrophe that happened on Mars, and we have the dinosaurs all going extinct because of the gravity. So we have all this evolutionary things going on our planet, and by the time this runaway culture comes into our galaxy, in our solar system, and they find this beautiful paradise Earth, dinosaurs are long gone, and there's these humanoid or human type creatures running around, the Neanderthals or Cro-Magnon or whatever they found, and through genetic engineering they made us. And I think that's how this whole scenario started. And they occupied the moon, they occupied Mars, and that's why we're finding all these structures. And these structures, Mike, that were built on Mars back then, Mars was already a dead planet.
Yeah.
When these structures were built on Mars, Mars was already dead. If Mars had life on it when this Planet X blew up, everything was destroyed. Mars has been a dead planet for a long time. So they just built structures because there was low gravity. They could build, I mean, this square structure here, this is the whole foundation's a mile square. It's huge. And the face on Mars is like a mile and a half from the top of the head to the chin. Everything on Mars is big.
Yeah.
And so they were able to build all of these defensive structures on Mars, to be like like I said, a guardian outpost. They were gatekeepers, and they were there to protect Earth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it does. But
so that explains why these structures are there when Mars doesn't have any oxygen or anything like that. These, like the face on Mars, the D&M pyramid, they may be like arcologies. There's probably all kinds of rooms and buildings inside those huge structures.
So what might have been there before Mars was a dead planet?
That who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it's too far back. There's a lot of evidence that Mars had water and life, probably, but whatever culture was there was destroyed from whatever blew up.
Yeah.
So Mars has a long history of all of these kind of catastrophes, I think, and it was used as a base. That's why these structures are there, and it defies logic. It's like, why would you build all these things there if there's no oxygen or there's no water? But because they were defensive settlements. Just like Elon Musk wants to go to Mars and build colonies. If you're going to build colonies and there's bad guys out there, you might want to build some defensive areas.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's like history repeating itself.
Because you're basically going to be the boy in the bubble up there. And if someone pops the bubble, you're done.
Exactly. So, it doesn't take much to destroy everything when you're battling, some culture. When you're in an environment that there's no oxygen, you're just living in your little cubbies.
And are we absolutely sure that you wouldn't be able to breathe at all on Mars? I mean, we get lied to about so much. There's no areas that there would be livable without support then.
Well, I'm not sure, and there's a lot of conflicting. I mean, mainstream scientists say no. But my scenario, you wouldn't have to have that because they're building all of these structures that are arcologies. They're living inside them, and they're built there to be defensive.
Yeah.
These are military bases on Mars. All these little settlements and all these areas that they're using to surveil, see who's coming by Mars. That's what this is all used for.
I wonder what kind of technology we would find if we get inside some of these structures. Who knows? Flying discs? I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's the the honeypot is getting to Mars and finding out going into the face on Mars, going into the D&M pyramid. This structure here that we're looking at Arabia Terra, I mean, this is destroyed. I mean, you're just seeing foundational walls and remnants of this square shape. There's probably not much left there. It'd be easier to go to some of these other structures that are in my, we didn't even mention the book I have out, The Great Architects of Mars. I mean, there's so many structures on Mars that would be more accommodating to find, evidence of technology than this. This is pretty well destroyed. And that's the other thing that Bill and I, William Saunders, when this was first, brought to the public's attentions, after Joe Rogan, is that, my God, this is like one of the worst examples of structures on Mars, but it's getting a lot of attention. And if people think this is good, wait till you see the stuff that's in my book.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to, I've had a few prominent Mars people who I've spoke to through the years. You're one of them. Dr. John Brandenburg's another. And a gentleman who I don't speak with anymore was another. I mean, I may not speak with him, but I think his work was sound. I'm convinced that boy, we're gonna find. If the right people go up there and search, we're gonna find. And either way, we're gonna find, but we're gonna be told. What we're gonna be told about is what's important, and hopefully, when they go up there and they find this amazing stuff, they don't keep it from us.
Well, back to the square formation. When this first came out, we were doing research to do this book, and I found out about this guy, Stephen Burnsford, who actually did a science paper about this structure back in 2021. And he was this image here. If the listeners are able to see this,
they are.
This is one of the images in his science. He actually did a science paper, and he was talking about all these alignments, and he thought this was an artificial structure. I don't think many people even know about his paper. We talk about it in our science paper, but this is pretty interesting analysis that he did, showing not only is this square formation evident, but he's seeing all this interior alignments of some of these. This thing's obviously pretty well destroyed.
It had rooms in it.
Now, in our analysis, going from what Stephen did, I found that we have this quadrilateral structures, Mike. You have the original square structure here, and then there's a rectangular structure here, and then there's these 4 mounds over here, F, G, H, I, and these are the same distance apart on the landscape, and of course you have this large. So you have 3 square and rectangular shaped structures. 2 formations like this would be a coincidence, but when you have 3, I mean that now you're seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're so right. Wow.
So this is showing clear evidence of some type of intellectual design here. So that's one thing that we found that's mentioned in our paper. Other square formations on Mars, this goes back to Cydonia, where the famous face on Mars is.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is pretty far down in the Cydonia area, below the face on Mars and the Denham Pyramid. This is another square-shaped formation, which is like an outline. You can see it here in the surface. Yeah. There's a square, especially these 2 here, elongated mounds, these linear mounds showing the square shape. This work was done by Dr. Mark Carlotto, who did a lot of work with the face on Mars. Now, the other interesting thing, Mike, is that you notice this triangle, this square, it has you have a north to south orientation, just like you have with that square over in Arabia Terra.
Yeah.
It's north to south.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, that's no doubt. I mean, that's not Mother Nature. Just
No, and so we seem to have a common design shape. Now, here's an American Indian mound that has the same. You got north to south orientation, and it's a square. This is just an American Indian mound in Ohio. This mound's no longer in existence. I think it was plowed under. Even when they found it, this area here has all been destroyed. But again, showing this square shape, north to south orientation. Now, this is an image of the Arabia Square on the left. This here is a square foundation found. This is an aerial photograph of the desert of Afghanistan. Again, Mike, north to south orientation, like a diamond.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny this stuff. Look at it.
Yeah, and I mean, I like to use this one because, a lot of the walls are missing here because this is in pretty bad shape. And this one too, it's all, covered over with sand and silt and God knows what. Now, this is the most striking example, Mike. This is the famous White City found in Honduras. This was just found in 2012. Again, you see the diamond-shaped square?
I sure do. Yeah.
This is a LiDAR image. Again, you got the north to south orientation, and down here, this is where a waterway would be. And if we go back to the Mars picture, this here, they thought this would be where water was. So this would be a fort right on the ridge line of a cliff here.
River, yeah.
So we're finding the same thing with the Maya. They built this square-shaped fort right on the edge of a river, a waterway. You can't make this stuff up, Mike.
Oh, that's fascinating. Look at that.
Yep. That's again. This is a lidar image from 2012. Now, going back further into history, you see this square shape here. This is the Masada in Israel. Again, built right on the side of a cliff. There's the corner.
Yeah.
Just like we have on Mars. This was the famous Masada where the Romans, the Jews were held up in this fortress for months and months, and they had, raged war there for a lot, and they eventually all committed suicide, they think.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of debate about, did the Romans kill them all, or did they actually commit suicide? But this is the Masada.
Or did they get on? Or did they get on the ships and go up to Mars with the ETs and build their rebuild?
That's another explanation that we don't hear much, but that could have happened.
It's just amazing how you see structures on Earth that are so similar to structures on Mars.
And this is our own American history here, Mike. This is the District of Columbia. It's a diamond-shaped north-to-south orientation square. Okay. That's the original District of Columbia, which is in Washington, D.C., just like we see on Mars. And the bottom of the corner here is right on the waterway.
Boy, these guys get around, huh?
Yeah, it's like sacred geometry, you know what I mean? It's like, this is how you build things. This is how you build a defensive area.
Yeah.
It's the lost knowledge. It's the great architects of Mars.
Yeah.
Now, this whole idea of scientists finding evidence of ancient civilizations on the Moon, Mars, or in any of the planets in our solar system. This guy here, Douglas Van Koch, he got anthropologists together. He got SETI people together, geologists, all kinds of scientists. He had 25, 30 scientists that he put together for this book. And he gave them the quest of how would we find markers of structures on another planet. He called them markers. How would you identify ruins like this square formation on Mars? And you know what the finding was at the end of the book?
What's that?
That scientists would be unable to find structures. They wouldn't be able to distinguish them from natural geology, which is pretty striking.
Yeah, because I think I know when I'm looking at there on Mars these pictures, you can argue it, sure. I'm not up there, I can't prove it, but them pictures I think say enough.
Yeah, the pictures speak for themselves, and you don't need to be a geologist to say that looks like a building or that looks like a foundation.
It's definitely worth. I'm sorry, I was going to say it's definitely worth going up there and taking a look. And I think Elon Musk is the ticket. This guy, he's on fire compared to NASA.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He really wants to get there, and like he said, we should go there and take a look at it.
Yeah, we should.
And there's a lot to look at.
there is. I mean, the whole planet. God knows what we haven't seen yet. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might get surprised, and people might run out of a cave. So we've been waiting forever for you.
Right. Yeah. But thank God you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Who knows? There could be AI. Maybe we had AI. I've said this before. We're doing it now. Who's to say that back then we didn't create some kind of AI robots, and maybe they're chilling out up there somewhere.
Well, or possibly still living in some of these arcologies that are up there.
That's right.
Right.
Maybe.
So What's our time frame here, Mike? How much more time we got?
Well, I've got to take a break, and then after that, I go to midnight. So it's up to you how long you'd like to stay. It's fine with me.
What's our time now?
We're looking at 10 after 11 right now.
All right. Well, I'm just about done. I got more here. If you want to do something quick.
All right,
when you get back.
Let's do that, and I'll hold the break until we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so you want to continue?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if we move on to Acheron, Mars, over here, this little dot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We got even, continuing with this whole idea that the square formation is basically a foundation, right? Remnants of, foundational walls of a building, because obviously the top of the building, everything's gone. You only see the foundation. This is another foundation, which this was discovered by a friend of mine, Greg Orm. He called this a slice of bread. You see this?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how you're interpreting it. This is actually raised here. This is recessed. I don't know how you're seeing it when you look at it.
Yeah.
I know sometimes the eye, you have a play with what is a recessed formation, what's raised. But these are walls here.
Okay, yeah. It
all
almost
the way around.
Looks like alligator Alcatraz.
Are you? You are killing me. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So this is you got this big room here, and there's these rooms up here. You see this formation now?
Yes, I do.
Well, the one on the right is on Mars. The one on the left is ruins of a structure found in southwestern Russia.
Oh my God! Come on.
Almost identical.
Look at that.
Almost identical.
They are. Yeah, come on, coincidence my butt,
Well, yeah, I mean, after seeing the square formation, this is another foundation, which is pretty remarkable. Now, this is another one. I call this 3 rooms. It's almost similar to what we're seeing here, but this is a little further down from that one. And this one here these are walls. This isn't recessed. This is actually the foundational walls. This all is recessed. I don't know how you're seeing it with your eye.
Yeah.
If you blink and look away, you might be able to see it. Are you seeing the walls, or how are you seeing that?
Yeah, I see it.
You see the crater up here?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's a crater. That's not a mound.
Okay. But it looks to me, I see a structure divided by trenches. It looks like on the end, on the bottom there, almost like that was. Huh?
Are you seeing this as an indented crater or a mound?
It looks like a mound to me.
Yeah, you're seeing it upside. You're seeing it wrong.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me try to get it away from you. You ready?
Yeah.
This is a problem a lot of people have with looking at satellite digital images. It's always good to have. That's like the face on Mars has that crater next to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you didn't have the crater there, people would have difficulty looking at it. But if you see the crater, that goes down. That's an indent. So that'll actually help you see everything else.
That's right, yes.
Let's try it again. You're still seeing it wrong?
Okay. No, I'm not seeing it wrong now. I can see the shadow, too.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is all walls. These aren't trenches. This is a wall.
Look at that. Yeah.
And this is the same thing here. This is a wall. So it's a pretty amazing formation. And this is the same thing. If you're seeing an indent, these are walls.
So then you could go inside that thing, maybe.
Again, this looks like the foundational walls. Okay. The top of these buildings are gone. It's just blown off. Probably remnants from that war that Dr. Brandenburg talks about with the Xenon 129.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'll do it. Look at that.
What do I got? Atlantis Chaos here? I see. We got this other square. Here's another one. You see the square?
Yes, I do.
And the dome in the middle.
Yeah.
This is over here in Atlantis Chaos. We were over here. Now we're down here. So I mean, a lot of these structures we're finding are either 30 to 40 degrees above the equator or 30 to 40 degrees below the equator. So this one's right down here. That's called Atlantis Chaos. And this is that structure right there.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Yes, I do.
And there's the I did a little outline. And that's basically symbolic of your opposites. You know, you got square and circle, round and square are opposites. It's duality.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can see this circular, and this is a perfect square.
It is. I mean, something made that.
Huge dome in the middle. This is where they're living. This is the dome. It's probably like an arcology. You can get in there, probably this dark area, and this has all got all kinds of stuff in there probably. Here's just an example of this is American Indian formation in Pike County, Ohio. You got your square with a circle.
Yeah.
Here's another. This is in the Amazon, square and a circle.
Holy smokes! Look at that.
This is found in Australia. The Aborigines did this. This is a big square with a circle in the middle. This one almost looks like the one on Mars.
Yeah.
If you go back, it's almost the same.
Holy
and
smokes!
That was done by the Aborigines. So, and again, see this one's on the north to south.
Yeah.
Orientation.
Wow.
But the square formation that we're looking at on Mars is it's not north is this way. So I don't know why this one's flat, but that's the way they constructed this one. So pretty cool, huh?
That is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It makes me want to go and check out Mars so bad. I would love to just be able to go up there myself and just start.
Hey, are you seeing the raised bar now?
I am. Yes, I do.
Good.
Yep, I sure do.
Well, here's the original image of it. See it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's got this. Look at this triangular thing up here.
Yeah.
And Mike, above this, way above this, there's a whole settlement of all kinds of structures.
What is that to the right of it? See off to the right? Yeah, that dark.
Here?
No. Up. Yeah.
That's a mound, or not a mound. That's a crater. Okay. Very dark, isn't it? It's got a very shiny rim.
Yeah.
And its interior is very dark. Look how dark this is. These sides.
Yeah.
You got the sun. The sun's coming this way. These are streaks. You see the streaks?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's like, well, NASA says, wind blowing and removing the top dust and stuff, revealing a darker undersurface. But I mean, how do you get a little wind going? Woo!
Yeah.
It's like a straight line.
Yeah, I don't know if Mars has a little wind. When it gets windy, don't it get windy?
Not very. It's not like those science fiction movies, where they're ripping bodies apart. It's the wind's like, it gets like 15, 20 miles an hour. Look at these little structures down here, Mike.
Don't they get tornadoes or something, or that form up there? I thought I heard something about dust.
Well, they like to talk about that, but I'm not a scientist, but it's like common sense. If you don't have an atmosphere and you don't have a lot of gravity, how do you have heavy winds?
Well, that's why I say they're lying about something. I'd like to know what.
They're lying about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so here's that slice of bread.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, how do you get a straight line like this? This looks like it's a ruins of a foundation.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
And there's all these little things over here that you stuff out in the backyard,
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Like you find out in West Virginia, they got all the stuff in the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Refrigerator on the porch and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you can find that here in South Carolina in some areas. Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole family tree of cars. Yeah.
And I didn't talk about this one much, but you got this huge rectangular or triangular piece, and then you got a huge mound here. So
yeah.
None of it makes any sense.
Well,
it's all ruins. It's all ruins, Mike.
Wow. Yeah. Definitely. I think Dr. John Brandenburg's his whole idea of a bomb going off. I could see that.
Yeah, I think there were more than one. Here's the slice of bread again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I end it, Mike.
Well, that's incredible, George. Man, thank you for sharing this stuff with me. I appreciate it. I haven't been able to haven't had a Mars guest in a little while, and there's so much going on up there. Gotta keep people updated.
Well, I thank you for having me on, and you've been a supporter for 12 years, I guess.
Yes, sir.
So now, if the audience out there they want to get the science paper, they can go over to my website, or they can just type in the Journal of Astrobiology, and you can read it for free. Or if they want to get my book, then go over to Amazon or Bear and Company, The Great Architects of Mars. A lot more. If they think that the square formation is interesting, they haven't seen anything yet, just take a look at the book.
All right, absolutely. And again, George, thank you for the great work that you do. Keep it up and keep me informed so I can keep the listeners informed. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks a lot, Mike.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Good night. All right, folks, there he goes, George Haas. Oh, man. You can't tell me for a minute any of that is just coincidence. Just no way. No way. And I mean, through the years, I've been shown so much, whether it be from George Haas, Dr. John Brandenburg. I've had even Gary the Mad Martian, who I don't speak with no more, but his work was sound. And a lot of structures that he discovered as well. There's so much going on Mars, or at least was going on Mars. There's such a history up there, and I want to know more about it because I think it involves us more than you may think it does. All right, so that's George Haas. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back, and I will finish up with you. If you decide by chance that you want to get in and call after the break, I might have time for that. 803-766-1394. Folks, I look forward to the day when I can go back to 3 hours and even maybe back to 5 nights even. And, in that last hour, open lines for people. It would be nice, right? But we'll see if we get there one of these days. I'm not getting any younger, and it's getting tougher and tougher to live, but you know that as well as I do. We'll be back in a few minutes. Once again, Late Night in the Midlands on the VARA.
Of the United States, and no matter the topic, if it matters, we cover it. UFOs, government corruption, hidden history, we cover everything. Only on Late Night in the Midlands.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hey, coffee lovers, grab your perfect cup with Late Night in the Midlands coffee. From smooth decaf to bold blends with chocolate and caramel, or bright Colombian vibes with a citrus kick, we roast them fresh in small batches, right here in the USA.
Whole bean or ground, 12 ounces of pure goodness.
Head over to MikeVara.com and get yours today.
Late Night in the Midlands coffee. Wake up, sip, and discover.
I'm Art Bell, and you're listening to Late Night in the Midlands with Mike Vara.
Stay warm and bold with the Late Night in the Midlands Heavy Blend Hooded Sweatshirt. 50% cotton, 50% polyester, made for true fans of alternative media. Medium heavy fabric with a classic fit and tearaway label means comfort and style, perfect for any season. Support the message and stay cozy. Order yours now at MikeVara.com. Late Night in the Midlands. Wear the truth.
Make a statement.
with a political humor tee featuring iconic Donald Trump designs that turn heads and spark laughs. Crafted from soft, eco-friendly U.S. cotton, this unisex heavy cotton tee is built for comfort and durability. Classic fit, seamless design, and a ribbed collar that keeps its shape no matter where your day takes you. Whether you're out with friends or just making your voice heard, this tee is the perfect blend of style and sass. Get yours now at MikeVara.com and wear your humor loud and proud.
Tune in to Late Night in the Midlands with host Mike Vara, Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on the VARA network.
Show the world you support alternative media with the Late Night Vibes Unisex Cotton Tee, your new go-to for casual style and comfort, made from 100% sustainable U.S. cotton with a seamless design and ribbed collar for lasting shape and durability. Perfect for everyday wear, events, or gifting to fellow fans. Wear your values proudly. Grab yours now at MikeVara.com and keep the vibe alive. Late Night in the Midlands, wear the message.
These fan favourites are leaving the store soon, and once they're gone, they're gone. Grab the sleek TLF black coffee mug and the bold, uncensored ceramic mug in 11 ounces. Perfect for your morning brew or showing off your style. Both are high-quality ceramic with crisp, vivid designs, and they won't be around much longer. Don't wait. Get yours today at MikeVara.com before they disappear for good. Late Night in the Midlands, drink it while it's hot.
God, I love the station.
Carolina Radio, Columbia.
Excellent, excellent. Number one means you're always on top. Your number one radio.
You're listening to the VARA network. From the capital city, Columbia, South Carolina, on the east coast of these United States, you're tuned in to Late Night in the Midlands with your host, Mike Vara. To ask a question to Mike, just send your questions through the Late Night portal located on our homepage at www.mikevara.com.
All right, back. Yes, back we are. This is Late Night in the Midlands. I'm Mike Vara, and boy, what a great guest George is. I could talk about Mars all night long. There's just so much to know about it, and I think it has so much to do with who we are. I was talking, I think it was with Surf the other night. And I said, hell, man, who knows? Maybe it's the Garden of Eden. Who knows? Who knows? We got to get up there because they're not telling us the truth. I don't know if Elon will. I'd like to think he would. I think he would. Is he telling the truth when he says that he's not seen any UFOs in space, like, through his satellites or any of that stuff? I guess he could be. Maybe he's not looking for them either. I don't know. But I think they're out there, that's for sure. You know what else is out there? My website. It's MikeVara.com. go on over, become a late nighter, be informed. By all means, inform others. Folks, you may think, oh, he probably gets a lot of donations and da-da-da. No, I don't. I really don't. I get a couple here and there, and sometimes it could be a couple months before they come. It's just the way it is. It didn't used to be like that, but it is these days. And I know times are hard for a lot of us, and they're definitely hard for me, and so I would appreciate any help that you can give. You hit that donate button, it puts a big smile not only on my face but on others too, because if this network was to go down, well, then there'd be a lot of people who would go down with it. We don't want that. We got some really good shows going here. We got some more we're going to be adding. And then, of course, Late Night in the Midlands, I'm trying to add on to it and go even more. And, you know, I don't want to have to keep worrying about, oh, can we pay this? Can we pay that? Can we pay? If we would just get some steady funding of some sort, well, we ain't got to worry about it. We've been there before. It's just, you know, I think right around 2016, you know, when I showed my support for Trump, but things went a little crazy. A little bit crazy. Anyways, you know, it is what it is. See, I don't need much. I just need a little in order to keep things going. I mean, sure, I'd like a lot, but I don't need a lot. I need a little. I mean, hell, if we were able to get just a couple hundred a month would be great. You know, while others are looking for over a couple thousand a month, you know, we're not. Just enough to get things paid to keep the show going. Just got into it with my internet carrier too, charging me $130 a month for my internet, and I've got some good internet. Believe me, it's fast, it's good. But then I find out there's another company that will give the same, only even better and more reliable, at half the price, $65. And I'm thinking, oh, hell no. So I called them and asked them, hey, can you match it? Well, they don't do that. So that's why you got old lines from going from pole to pole, because you don't do that. Well, you need to start doing that. I'm going to be moving my butt elsewhere. I'm trying to save money. Spend so much money. I do. I spend a lot of money doing the show and doing all this stuff, and I got to cut back somewhere. So we'll start with those thieves at the cable company. Anyone who's paying for cable TV, you've got to be out of your mind anyways. I wouldn't pay for that no more. There's apps. The TVs come with apps, for crying out loud. You can watch whatever you want free, just about. So no point in it. No point in it at all. Oh, yeah, and I prepared tonight, so people always, asking me, well, where can we listen? If, well, obviously the website. I don't know if on the website you got cooties or what, but the website, that is the mothership of all we do, and that is MikeVara.com. You can always listen there. Now, not watch, but you can listen. Maybe I'll get something up where you can watch too at some point. I know Surf is talking about getting the old Discord back up. Maybe we'll do that too. We want to, we'd like to get a little community going, another little chat community. Would be nice. So there's a couple places that is still pending, which is weird because it's been weeks, but it's pending. But here's where we are. After the show, mostly with some of these anyways, you could find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, TuneIn, TalkStream Live, Paranormal Radio app, the Alternative Media app, Spreaker, WCET 101.7 FM, Columbia, South Carolina, X, formerly Twitter, Rumble, Facebook, MikeVara.com, and occasionally I'll put shows over there on YouTube. So right now that's it. We're waiting for Apple Podcast and Geo Savan or something like that it's called. I don't know, but we're waiting on them. And don't forget Dr. Horowitz Healthy World Store, healthyworldshop.com. If you go over to my website, mikevara.com, on the home page and go down on the left-hand side, right by where it says upcoming guest, you're going to see a little banner. It's going to say Dr. Horowitz Healthy World Store. You click that and go on over there and get yourself some really, really good stuff. He's got really good products, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and go through them all. I could tell you that I've used many of the products over there, and I have no complaints. I've been associated with them guys for many years now. I can attest that it's just great stuff from great people. All right, so that's where you can find us. We could definitely use a few grand a month. Yeah, Surf's at a few grand a month. Well, that'd be ideal. That'd be awesome. I mean, if we could do that, then I could go full time into this. That's what it would take. But in the meantime, just to keep going what we got, a little bit will do. It's not much. But, same people don't want to keep donating every time. You need a rotation, if you will. Some of these guys, I don't know how they do, especially these church guys, The Lord said, put money in my basket, and everybody does. Maybe that's it. Maybe I got to say, the Lord said to hit the donate button. That's a message from the Lord. But I don't want to lie. I don't want to use the Lord like that because that might come back on me, I don't know how these guys get away with it, though. They put on their makeup and their best suit, and then they come out and they put a little accent on and slick their hair back like Elvis. Next thing you know, they're walking out of there with money sticking out of their pockets. Not me. Oh, let's see. We getting the... Yeah, I think... Are we? What is that? Close. I don't know what... Why is that doing that? Oh, that's why. Good evening. Who we got? No, am I in the wrong one? Okay, try that again. Who do we have? Good evening. Who we got?
Hello?
Hello? Yes?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, you're on. I hear you. Hello, hello. That's you got the radio going.
I'm hearing it over my speaker, my computer on a delay.
Yeah, so you need
No, I don't.
No, you need to mute the show.
Unless I know of.
Okay, you got to mute the show.
I don't hear anything coming over my phone. I hear it over the internet on delay.
Okay. Oh, really? I don't know. It's all working on this end. Maybe if you mute the computer or the show at least.
Well, my phone's not hooked up to the computer. My phone's my telephone.
Well, I can hear it in the background, though. I can hear the show in the background.
Well, my phone's not hooked up to the computer.
Yeah, I hear both of us in the background. I don't know. You could hang up and try again, I suppose. But or you can.
Well,
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I heard the show going in the background there. So I don't know what the deal was there. But I mean, I use the same system to bring in the guests too, and I don't have a problem usually. Sometimes you never know. I don't know what that was. I clearly heard the show in the background. So, but it is what it is, and that's all it can be. We'll see if it pops up. Yeah, that could be. I don't know. I heard he says he couldn't hear me on the phone, which was kind of weird. I don't know, something was muted. Yeah, he sounded good to me too, but apparently he couldn't hear me, only on the broadcast, not on the phone. So I don't know. I'll have to look at it. I think it's working. Hey, Surf, why don't you try give me a call? Let's see if it works. Call me on the call-in line. Are you hearing this? Maybe I should type it to you. Let's test it. May as well. I got a few minutes here. Oh, okay. Yeah, if he's using his computer as his phone, then that would do it. You got to mute the show in the background. It has to be muted. If not, it's going to confuse you. You're going to hear that. It's just not going to work. 803. Hold on a second. 766. 1394. All right, we got something coming through here. Good evening. Who do we have? I don't know. Surf, let's give it a try here. As I don't know what's going on. I think the same gentleman just called in, and it's same thing. And we're just going to kind of sit there and go back and forth. I don't know what that's about, but maybe we'll find out in a minute when Surf calls. We'll see if this call comes in good. Yeah, dry all day. It's dry. Of course, this place is dusty as can be. I'll dust all this stuff, everything off, and in 2 days it's dusty again. Would this be the Surf Man? Hello, Surf Man.
Hello?
Hello. Who we got?
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Who's this? Hello?
I'm not hearing anything.
All right, hold on a second. It must be me then.
This is JJ.
Oh, okay, JJ. Hang on a second. I gotta fix something here apparently.
Okay, something's not working right.
Yeah. It's not. Calls. Hang on. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to fix it, guys. Hang on. Oh my God, where is it? They hide it. I don't know if I'm. Oh wait, is that it? That's it. Let me see what it's supposed to be on. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know, but it's a good thing this wasn't with the guest. All right. No, that's on the wrong one. Yeah, that's definitely on the wrong one. Is that supposed to be there? Let's see. Hey, folks, bear with me for a moment. No. Is that it? God darn it. Yeah, okay. So that should be there. I could hear them. They can't hear me. All right, we should be good now, I think. Let's test it. All right, let's test this. Shit. Oh, you can't test that. Oh, okay. Anyways, I believe it's fixed. All right, Surf, give her another try. And we'll see if it works. I might as well get it over with. Probably bored everybody off now. I think that was him. I don't know. Yeah, tonight's Fix the Phone Line night. That's right. Yeah. All right. Call back, buddy. Boy, it's hot in here, too. I've had the door closed, no air conditioning. I got this little tiny fan sitting on the desk here blowing air up at me. And I hear that again. Oh, get out of the way. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, success.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Surf, right?
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't tell you. You sound a little different here on this. Yeah, it's the mic was on the wrong setting, which is weird because I did have it on the right one. Remember we tested all this, but a lot of good that did.
Yeah, I know JJ tried to call in.
Yeah, and we had another person tried to call in too, and I apologize. That was my fault. So I thank you for the calls. I do appreciate it. I want to start taking calls with the guests. It's just, boy, 2 hours goes by so
You want to
quick.
let that original guy try again?
Well, if he wants to, if he does, I'll take him. I could switch over.
Yeah, you can let me go if he calls, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, Mars, man. There's stuff going on. There's stuff went on there. I'm telling you.
Huh.
What'd you think tonight? Did you get to watch the presentation he gave?
I'm having a hard time hearing you, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funky.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we gotta test this phone thing. Maybe we gotta test it too before I use it again.
Yeah, no, you and the guest sounded great earlier.
Well, that was on the other one. That's not on this one. This is a different line. So we might have to. Something's not right on it.
Yeah, I got to crank you up a little bit.
Yeah, something's got to give. We'll. I'm free all day tomorrow. So.
Well, you know, when that first guy tried to call in, he sounded great on the radio side.
Yeah, he sounded fine, but I heard both of us coming back. Like,
yeah, but he couldn't hear you.
No, he couldn't hear. He probably couldn't hear the echo either.
Yeah, yeah, and you're pretty faint on me, but you know me, I'm using text now, so. But I've got the SIM card though. So.
Well, here's what we'll do. Tomorrow we'll do a test with it, make sure we got it right, so that Wednesday we're good. I have Wednesday. If I can get this damn calendar page over here. I have Dave Crete, and I forget what Dave and I are talking about. I have to look. I mean, I signed him weeks ago. I've signed several guests, so it's hard to, It's like when you have too many children, you start forgetting names, Ben, Charlie, Mike, Anyways. All right, Surfer, man. Anything you want to throw out there? Anything? What do you think about the takeover of DC?
Yeah, I think it should do that with all the cities where they're camping out everywhere. It's like, I know it sounds harsh, but come on, man. There's habitats for humanity and all that. They need to, just enlarge their facilities or whatever so they can have somewhere to stay temporarily. They don't need to be staying out on the damn sidewalk, doing drugs and pissing and crapping all over.
And Walmart's hiring, so you get
Yeah.
There's that.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, stop doing the damn drugs,
That's right. That's right. Get a job at McDonald's. At least you get one meal a day and you get a paycheck.
Exactly.
Anything's better than sleeping on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's just getting out of hand, man.
Yeah, I see it here. You go downtown Columbia and you'll see homeless sleeping in the bushes, like against the wall. You're startled when you see it because they blend right in, man. You would. Yeah.
Huh. He said, JJ says we both sound good right now, but
yeah,
I'm still having a little bit of issues myself hearing you.
That is
good.
probably the text now. I'm going to guess it is, but it might not be. But if JJ thinks we sound good, then...
We need somebody with a regular cell to call in. I mean, this is regular cell service, but it's, and I've got a SIM card with it that it's through text now. You know what I mean?
I'll get us a caller tomorrow. We'll test the sucker out.
Yeah. But, I mean, it sounds good. Whenever I call someone else's cell or whatever, sounds good.
Yeah, you know what I don't like about this too is that I can't take two calls at once on this. I can only take one call at a time. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is right now.
Yeah, like I said though, I think it is a good thing what he's doing. He really needs to clean up the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. And let that be an example of what's coming for these other ones, too.
Yeah. Years ago when I painted on the East Coast, and I was right there in D.C., and I'm telling you what, when you're traveling on the interstates and stuff around D.C., that nothing but razor wire to keep people out of D.C., on this, like on the highways. That's just crazy,
He's talking about making it a state again, making it an actual state. It should be. It's fucking.
I do understand. There's probably a threat, from some people on the interstate.
Yeah.
Stopping, trying to get in, climb the wall or whatever. But I get it, but. Just kind of freaked me out to see that. That was years ago, though. I don't know if it's the same now.
Hey, man, I was coming home the other night. This is a few nights ago now, and there was a skinny woman in the middle of the street, right down the road from me, in the middle of the street, and she's rolling all over the concrete in the middle of the street. She must have been on, I don't know what she was on, ice or something. But a lot of times you'll see her doing stretches you couldn't believe people could do. I mean, she'll be, it looks like one of those air things in front of the cell phone companies. The air's blowing through them and they're bouncing all over the place. I mean, that's what she was doing. And I'm like, oh my God. So ambulance finally came and got her. But boy, why would you want to do drugs like that? Why would you want to do anything that would take you out of your basically possess you? You're no longer you no more. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And
JJ said that I see homeless begging for money on every corner. It needs to stop.
Yeah, well, I've told a few in the past. When I lived in Rochester, there's one that used to be by my work. Well, a couple of them. I told the one. I said, "Well, what do you want from McDonald's? I'll go through the drive-through and get it for you." Oh no, I just rather get the money and go in and I says, you want to get the money and go to the liquor store. I said, if you want some food, man, I'm gonna hook you up. He didn't want it. He didn't want that. He wanted the money. I said, well, because his original story was, I'm hungry. I says, what do you want? He said, I want to get some McDonald's. I said, well, let me go through drive-through and hook you up. What do you want? Oh, no, just take the money. It's like, of course you will. Like, no. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Some people, look, we're all just a paycheck away, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they had been doing it here in my town, on the main drags, every major stoplight, and I guess the police finally made them stop it. You know, they were startling some of the women, you know, would drive around with their kids in a car or whatever. One guy was coming up, acting like he's going to open the car doors and stuff, and they put a stop to it, I guess. But, you know, we're not a real giant, big city either, so didn't take, you know, maybe about 4 or 5 lights. They had to squelch it out, you know.
I could tell you, and I'm not a violent person, but if I'm coming down the interstate and you've got it all blocked off, I'm gonna keep going. I got to. I'm not gonna let you pull me out of my car.
I'm going through you.
Yeah, and I'm certainly not gonna sit there while you bash my windows. And no, we're good. You're just gonna go for a ride with me.
Yeah, I'd like to get me one of them little loudspeakers, you know, mounted inside under the hood, and I just stop like a good 50 yards away from them and say, look, you got 2 choices. Get the F out of my way, or I'm going to go through you, and then just start taking off. Wow. Warn them, tell them, hey, look, I'm not playing. So.
Yeah, well, you better make sure you're in the right state if you do that, because if you do that in one of the, like, California maybe or New York, you might get in trouble. Because, how dare you, the defenseless protesters, they only wanted to beat you up with a baseball bat. What are you doing?
Well, I'm in a prominent, you know, more of a conservative state, so.
Well,
they don't take too kindly on people interrupting the traffic in Indiana.
No, I don't take too kindly to it anywhere, I don't think.
I mean, no, the cops here, they get on it. They don't put up with that crap. They make you protest in like in a park or something, you know, not on a main road. They won't. They tell you no blocking traffic.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They get right. I have to give them that. They get right on it. But we do have a lot of rhinos, you know, like our mayor right now. It doesn't matter if we have Democrat or Republican in our city mayor here, because they're all seem like, you know, crooks. It doesn't matter who they are, you know, left or right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, here too, we got Lindsey Graham here. I'm not a big fan of Lindsey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
yeah, you know about Indiana. You know where the crooks that come from here.
Yeah, that's where the what's his name came from.
Yeah, that betrayed Trump. What's his name? Vice president.
Exactly. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't even care.
Mike Pence. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to just go away.
Well, hey, listen. I gotta roll, Surf, because we're about to run out of time here, and another show's gotta start.
Minute.
So
1 minute.
All right, brother. Look, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. We'll get this fixed, folks. I promise. I am sorry that I couldn't take your calls. Keep your eyes posted to the sky, folks, because you never know what you might see. Keep your ears posted to this broadcast, because you never know what you might learn. Good night, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right. Yeah, that's going to definitely do it for us. Gosh. I didn't realize that we were out of time like that. I do apologize. Man, the clock got away from me. Good night, everybody.